supported Drake stand on that stage and celebrate a song calling him a pedophile?
No.
You didn't think it was nothing crazy about that? Mm-mm. You ain't look at nobody like, yo, but ain't that your man?
Nope.
All right.
Would you do that?
Do what?
If somebody...
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So, Universal Music Group has officially responded to Drake's lawsuit involving Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us diss track, accusing Drake of attempting to save face in the wake of losing a rap beef to Kendrick Lamar. According to Billboard, the record label filed a motion on Monday, March 17th, to dismiss the lawsuit, calling Drizzy's accusations against them meritless, as he filed the defamation lawsuit due to the public embarrassment he endured. So the motion read, plaintiff, being Drake, one of the most successful recording artists of all time, lost a rap battle that he provoked and in which he willingly participated. Instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist that he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds.
We back up. You gotta understand, around the push-ups time, there was nobody defending the homie. I took that personal.
How so?
Wait, and what you mean nobody was defending him?
That's what I'm curious. What no one's
other rappers?
No. People who I thought would be boisterous and have
you talking about like people with platforms,
people with platform, not even podcasters. Anyone with a platform who are with us, who came up with us, who are homies and friends and break bread with us, no one was saying anything. So I'm like, well, you know, I'll say something. Like, I know, like, you know, this is what nobody was defending the homie. And I didn't like that.
But when you say defending him against what though?
The meme coin that is Drake.
So you didn't feel like anybody was defending Kendrick against memes that Drake was putting out?
Nobody was proactively saying anything about nothing. Everybody was just waiting to see, like, nah, bro, like.
But see, that's why I feel like this turned into a West Coast versus Drake thing.
No,
that's exactly what you're saying. Nobody's defending Kendrick for Drake posting a meme. Like, what would somebody say? Like, oh, Drake, you corny for that.
Well, as you know, there are conversations that happen all the time, but no one's emboldened enough to have an opinion of like publicly. Is what I'm saying.
I get that, but I mean,
like, don't hide your support for me.
Yeah, but I think people was waiting for the music to show their support, not show support against holding Kendrick down against a meme.
I'm not talking about the meme. I'm just saying, like, this is after the record already came out. You know him just like I know him. You know what's about to happen. Don't be back channeling and be quiet about your support. To me, that's disingenuous. You know what I mean?
But do you think that also happened to Drake once the public perception went towards Kendrick? So I think we're just talking about like wishy-washy people in general, that they're just going to go to whatever side is happening at the moment.
Agreed. Which is why I operated the way I operated. I'm not a wishy-washy type motherfucker.
I hear that.
You didn't think it was crazy at the pop out to see certain people on that stage that Drake has helped along their journey and that has publicly supported Drake stand on that stage and celebrate a song calling him a pedophile?
No.
You didn't think it was nothing crazy about that? Mm-mm. You ain't look at nobody like, yo, but ain't that your man?
Nope.
All right. Would you do that?
Do what?
If somebody had been your friend for, I don't know, 20 years, had met your kids, been in your house, and then someone else called them a pedophile that you don't even really have a relationship with like that, would you be dancing at a show?
It depends on the violation that person put me in that position.
Okay. Fair. We'll do that.
So,
I mean, I don't know the relationship between LeBron and Drake for real. I don't know if he ever violated him, but we're just speaking in hypotheticals now of all the people that we saw there.
Yeah.
More or less.
Hypothetically speaking, if you violate me.
Okay. So we're just going to assume that a crazy violation happened between me and my son walking out with you at your LA show to then like a few weeks later, now I'm dancing with a mask on.
Oh, you're talking about like the athletes and shit.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about any specific people that I felt like.
I thought he said on stage. LeBron wasn't on stage.
I meant just in general at the pop out show.
He wanted to be. Huh? He wanted to be.
He was looking at Russell like, yo.
Yeah, Savannah was like, nigga, you ain't doing that. Like, no.
So to my point, not everybody's as invested as I am.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like Maul said, like he met them in 2012 and they got cool over the last few years. These are my people for 18 years. That's not the same thing, right? Let's start there. Second thing is you gotta look at LeBron. Remember at the top of the show, I said sometimes business is just business. Everybody that you sign to a record label or have on your album, you're not necessarily friends with. It's just, oh, this person fits on the project, or let's do some business, or let's make some money together. Whatever the case may be. That's not the same thing. So I'm just, hear me out.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if I don't owe you shit, I don't owe you anything. Like if I'm going to go to this poppin' ass concert, I'm gonna go to the poppin' ass concert. It has nothing to do with our relationship. Again, that's me being probably a little spectrum and being able to compartmentalize my relationships and my emotions. But I would assume that's the same thing for most people, or for a lot of men. Is being able to, hey, let's truncate our emotions and let's just go enjoy this show or whatever.
And I fully agree with that point there. And again, we're using the hypothetical.
He don't agree with that. He don't believe that because he just said he was mad about people not showing their support publicly for Kendrick when Drake was dropping memes.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about athletes that he does.
They're talking about people that he knows.
Yeah, for 20 years.
Oh, now
and I just said it was
20
18 years. What they both explained that LeBron has said out loud, he's been in my house with my kids. Like they have a real relationship. I don't really know any real business they've done together outside of maybe both being signed to Sprite.
No, but I'm not saying that they've done business. Like
I was using that as a hypothetical. Again, we don't know that. I don't look at Bron and Drake from what we know as they were a business relationship that had met a few years ago.
No, I'm not drawing that parallel. He introduced that. So that was a different scenario. What I'm saying is, overall, I don't think it's that deep for most people.
Okay.
I come from radio. The average listener don't give a fuck. They just want to hear a poppin' ass song. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like on YouTube. If you like y'all have a pod. If you do a YouTube, you might see 50% or 48% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. Right. It's just passive consumption. So I don't think it's personal if LeBron or this person goes to the fucking concert, bro. Like it's a concert that they want to go be at and they want to have a good time. I don't look at it as me saying fuck you. It's just like this is a concert I want to be at.
Yeah, but then y'all was mad that Game wasn't there.
I was mad with
not you, but a lot of people from the West Coast, a lot of artists, they kind of gave Game some heat online, like he wasn't there. He didn't show support for the West Coast and all of the artists collectively coming together and having a beautiful moment.
Who gave him heat online?
Everybody. Game addressed it. He spoke about it online.
No, but I'm saying who was saying that?
Oh, I'm just saying, I don't know who in particular, but Game obviously had some energy and some words coming his way, and he felt inclined to go on IG Live or post a video on IG explaining why he wasn't there. He does what he want to do. Drake is his brother, whatever. Like, so obviously he felt some heat from him not being at that show. So again, there is a thing where people feel like, yo, like I can't support that. Now Game may support Kendrick. He may love Kendrick, but he can't support that show because in that moment, that song, that message, and who it's going at, who it's attacking is somebody else who he has a fondness of, or a brotherhood where he's like, yo, I can't support that. I love Kendrick. I love my city. I support my city, but I can't support that moment because that song and that message in that song is going at somebody, who I respect and who I have a love for, and I can't do that. So yeah, some people on that stage knew that they weren't supposed to be there, but again, it's people looking for to capitalize off a moment. Like it's a streaming. We know how many people gonna be watching this. Everybody want to be seen, and I get it, but you can't say that I'll just it's the music and I could support how I want. There is a thing though where yes, it is music, but I know this dude personally on a personal level, and I can't support that because me and him have a relationship where he's done we've done things for each other. Showed my family love, opened his home to me. I've opened my home to him. Like this, so there's a certain thing where like I can't support that. I love Kendrick, I love my city. I love a lot of those guys on the stage, but I can't be there because that moment is, it's going at somebody who I also have a love for.
Yeah, that's everybody's choice to make.
No, but that's I'm just speaking to the fact that certain people were there, and yes, they might want to just be there to support Kendrick, but what that moment it was about. And it's like, I can't,
everybody can make that decision, but it was There's a lot of people there.
No, absolutely, was a lot of people there. But some of those people, a lot of those people that was there, they knew that it was like, yo, this is gonna look this is gonna look away. Like I'm in at this show supporting this record. The song is playing. I'm on stage dancing to it. I'm in the video. All of that, we know what that is. That's very strategic shit. That's very thought out shit. That's not just I'm going to a show to have a good time. Because if I'm going to the show to have a good time, I'll be in the skybox and won't nobody know I'm there. But if I'm on stage and I start dancing and then at the end of the picture and all, I want to be seen. I'm here.
Well, to be fair, there's no skyboxes at the Forum.
Well, at the Forum, no. But I could have been in that building and not been on the stage, is what I'm saying.